Hey guys, and welcome. I'm trying to get you set up in a place where I can set you down. Hi, I'm so glad to have you guys here. So it is Tuesday, and I've been doing videos all day teaching Elevate Your Business with Jolie, and then creating a special bonus class for Elevate Your Business. I think I just kind of have to hold you in my hand is the only way to do this. And I've been thinking about something a lot because it came up a lot at TNNA. So Urine Shops were asking me, how do I handle political stuff, no matter where I am on the spectrum, when it comes up in my shop? Some people were saying we got pushback when we posted the Pussy Hat Project on our Facebook page. Other people were saying we got national press and attention and people loving us because we did a whole knit along and we were super involved. And I'm going to tell you what I told them, and then I'm going to tell you how to handle social media in general for all this. So here's what I told them. Everybody is on the political spectrum, what things you care about, what topics matter to you, if you see yourself on the right or the left. And then everybody's also on a spectrum of how much and how passionate they are about these issues. So your level of passion and also your communities where they lie on the political spectrum, where you lie on the political spectrum, and then your passion about certain issues should determine how you react to them. That's it. You want to look at how much do you care about this thing and how much do you care if the pushback or the bad reactions or the negative reactions affect your business. If you care about it strong enough, if you care about the issue strongly enough, you won't care about the reaction it has on your business and the conversations you have around it. If you're like, it's not like an issue I super care about, then you're probably going to feel more reticent to post something or say something. Don't be bullied into feeling like you need to say something. And either way, if you don't actually feel comfortable saying it, because your own hesitation and lack of certainty will come across and will be worse for you than straight up like saying what you believe and feeling all out about it. So that's what I told you, these Urine Shop owners who are taking my class. What's hilarious is the week of that class, some Urine Shop owners acted all crazy and said some not very great things and got a major pushback from it. But look, if that's how she believes, then she doesn't care about it. She doesn't care about the pushback. She doesn't care that the internet thinks that she's a troll, right? Because she cared deeply and wanted to say what she wanted to say. So, like, we all think maybe she was acting crazy, but that Urine Shop owner is happy with her response. So that's how it has to be for you. Now, so since TNNA and since I taught that class, the world has gotten even crazier. Everybody all the time is talking about political stuff, and no matter where you are on either the political spectrum or your level of interest in these things, you are probably wondering, if I have a business, how do I react? And this came to me last night. I posted on Instagram. I've been thinking about it for the past couple days. Here's what it comes down to. Your core values. And the core values of your business should be an extension of your personal core values. If they're not, you're gonna struggle. But I'm gonna assume they are, that you got clear on your core values and you know what you wanna stand for in the world and what matters most to you. Because here's the thing, there are 500 values that I want to demonstrate, but there are 3 to 5 that matter most, that are the highest priority for me in my life and for me in my business. So, step 1 of how to handle all the political craziness on social media when you have a business. Step 1, get clear on your prioritized core values, the 3 to 5 things that you care about more than anything else. Step 2, live those values. Live those values in your own life. Live those values in how you do business, how you treat people, how you respond to emails, how you respond to comments, how you operate in your life. And then step 3, ask yourself, how are you living these values out into the world? What are you doing in the world to share those values? You might be a person who doesn't talk a lot about politics publicly. I'm certainly that kind of person. And yet you can still live your values. Like, there's a lot of come down on one side or the other of this issue. Be very politically outspoken about this issue. There's a lot of people doing that because that's in alignment with their core values. They want to speak loudly about something. They care deeply about something. And so part of their core values is speaking openly and honestly about that. You need to know your own core values, what matters to you. Here's the thing. On all sides of this issue, people have values. This issue, whatever this issue is, whatever. You're going to watch this 2 years from now and there's going to be something else that you can have a different opinion on. So what values matter to you? Is it love? Is it kindness? Is it religious freedom? Is it accepting the poor and the broken and loving them? Is it freedom? Is it security and safety and knowing that you're taken care of? What are the things that matter most to you? And then the first question is just, how are you living them in your daily life? Before you post a thing on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, ask yourself, am I living this day in and day out in the interactions I have with people? If you say that you love everybody and want to be accepting of everybody, before you post a message about it on social media, ask yourself if that's how you're living in your daily life and if those are the qualities you're bringing to your interactions with customers. If yes, then the next question is, how do you bring those values and demonstrate those values in the wider world? But it always has to start with your life and your interactions every day. You have more power in your daily life and interactions than you have on the political world stage. This doesn't mean don't go out there and do stuff on the world stage. It doesn't mean don't call your senators when you're mad about the way things are going, or don't, sorry for you international folks that I know are watching, I'm not sure what you do in your country, in this country. Call your senators, call your congressmen, call your mayor's office. Like, be politically active, but make sure first you are living the values in your daily interactions. And that doesn't mean if you mess up, you're not allowed to do anything else, because we all mess up all the time. But I don't want you to forget to show love and acceptance and welcoming to the people in your neighborhood, especially the people who disagree with you, right? The strongest political action we can take, if you believe that the direction you want the country to go is towards more love and acceptance, the strongest action we can take is to show love and acceptance to those who disagree with us, those that upset us, those that we feel like are wrong, right? You're not going to fight hate with hate. You're not going to fight hate with hate speech. Tash says that in the UK, contact your MP. And Jay is texting me about what we should do with dinner, so I should go in a minute. But I want to say, okay, identify your core values, the things that matter most to you. Do that before you post on social media. Then ask yourself how you can bring it to your own life. Then ask yourself, what actions can you take in the wider world that is not just posting on the internet, but actually actions out in the real world, writing letters, making phone calls, donating, volunteering. I've heard people talk a lot about marching and making phone calls and writing letters, and that's all good, right? We got to show up for the things we care about. But then what are you doing to take care of people? Like, are you calling the homeless shelter, the mosques that are under attack? Are you showing love when people need love, right? Are you feeding the homeless guy who's hungry? So take action in your real world, and then post on social media about your values and about your actions, because that's going to speak louder than anything else you say, right? I know that how some people get through moments of upheaval and overwhelm are by like talking and saying things on social media, because it's actually just saying things to other people. That's all social media is conversations with other people. But what I found is most mentally healthy for me is to first go do it in my life, have the conversations in my life, go take action in my life, both on the individual level and on the political level, and then post about that. You'll be in a better place. You'll have a little more clarity. You'll have taken action, and it feels better to take action than to talk about something 100% of the time. This is also true in business. Anything you're worked up about in your business, take action towards fixing it and then talk about it. You'll be in a better place. You'll have learned more. So that's what I want to suggest when you are wondering, what in the world do I do on social media with my business? because this isn't just your own personal stuff. What I'm talking to right now, in case this is your first time watching me, I help makers and artists become their own best business expert and grow their business online and in person by being their authentic selves. And before you can do that, you got to know what matters to you. So I would love if the comments, after you think this through, you post about what are your core values that you want your life and your business to beam into the world. So I like to use the word beam because I think about it as being a light beam. Whatever you decide to focus on is what you're going to be beaming out to the world. So of course, things make us sad, things make us angry, things make us upset, they make us feel powerless or vulnerable. But then, okay, back to my core values. What do I care about? What am I going to do in the world? What am I going to beam out? And then am I doing it locally, personably, person to person? And then am I taking action globally, politically? And then share what you're doing. That will inspire other people to do things. That's what I want to see. More action based on our values. And it honestly, I'm not here to judge what your values are. If your values are safety and security, or if your values are freedom and love and acceptance, if your values are whatever most matters to you, I want to see you act on those values. And when your business is a reflection of your values, you are not only going to attract the people who are into that and who also want those values and qualities in their life, you're also going to gently repel the people who that's not what they're looking for. And that's okay, right? Like that's what you want. You don't want to be surrounded by people who think you're something other than what you are. Your best business is going to be when you are not trying to hide something big about yourself. So Mary says, I've been thinking a lot about personal values recently, but haven't been able to translate them into my business self too. That's something I need to think more about. Yes, so there's a couple ways you can do this. One way is to ask, these are my values. How am I communicating that in my marketing? So, you guys know, because you've been hanging out with me for a while, that my values are love and helping you feel not alone, because the world is a lonely, scary place a lot of the times, helping you feel not alone as you work on your business. And my mind is going blank because I'm trying to read what you guys are saying while I'm talking. But so my job, because that's my core value, my job is to make sure that my messages, the kind of pictures I post, the kind of videos I post, the kind of things I talk about are just beaming more love to you. And if your values, Mary, are something like fun or whimsy or freedom or being chill, then you want to ask, are my marketing messages beaming this to people? Is that what I'm saying non-verbally? Also, how do my products bring that into people's life? Just ask yourself that. How does my product bring X value into people's life? And then write about it, and then just keep that in mind. Also, how is your business bringing that into the world? So by being a small business owner, right, I am bringing ownership and self-reliance into the world, both for myself, for my husband who works in my business, for Jess who works in my business, for the other contractors that I hire, and for the companies that I go work for, right? Like Creative Live and Cooperative Press and TNNA. I'm bringing that to those places. So that's one of the things to think about. So I know a lot of people own small businesses because they value freedom and self-reliance and ownership. So this is something we haven't even talked about. But one of the things I want you to keep in mind is just like I say, you're responsible for creating the kind of business you want and for bringing your values to your business and communicating that effectively to your customers. You're also responsible. It's like I've been using business as a secret vehicle for teaching people how to take more ownership over their whole life and to take more personal responsibility. Remember, I did a Periscope about this a year ago. Radical responsibility for what's going on in your life and what you have in your life and what you want to have in your life. Taking action to make stuff happen. And business is one way we do this. Politics is another way we do this. Our personal life is another way we do this, but it's really your whole life. It's all one whole life. So, core values, translate into your business, translate into your actions, And then go share your actions, share what you're doing in the world when you talk about it. And if it's consistent with who you've been online, don't be afraid to talk about it, right? Like, I know I can talk about this because we've been talking about values, and we've been talking about being open to a variety of beliefs and values and worldviews for a long time. So, right, this though took me some time. I've been thinking for the past week, how can I talk about the craziness on social media and in the news and everything? How can I talk about it in a way that's in alignment with what I'm doing in the world? Two things came to me. My number one mission: beam love into the world. Be a little light beam of love into your lives. So how can I do that? How can I stay with that and not pretend like it's not happening? And the second thing is this all comes back to, we all have different values. We all care deeply about different things. You tap into your core values no matter what's going on in the outside world, and you work on expressing them into the world. And that is how we shape the kind of world we want to live in. And if not, I don't know how we do it. So thanks, guys, for being here. I hope that this helped you think through what you're going to say, what you're going to do, how you're going to act, no matter what's going on. I super appreciate you guys being here. I'll come back and read the comments. What I'd love for you to comment with is, if you have a friend that's been struggling with this, if you have a friend with a creative business, share it, hit share under this video. And then comment with your own core values. What are the values that you want to demonstrate in your life and in your business, regardless of what's going on in the world? What are they? Tell me. I want to hear it. So I'll come back, read the comments, comment back to you. Lots of love to everyone, no matter how you are dealing with the world or processing it or where you live. You're welcome here. And, you know, I love you all. And I'm sitting here beaming you love. I've been packaging up Map Your Business orders for the past couple days, just like shoving love into every package. So I hope you have a very love-filled and enthusiastic-filled day. And I hope you're able to find your enthusiasm no matter what's happening on Twitter. Bye, guys.